What's happening, everybody? Whippity boppity doo bop boo. Skippity beep beep bop boo.
See, we don't need intro songs because she always sings some redonkulous song as we start every video.
So we just finished up the Wednesday live show, our Boss Up and List show, and it was all about motivation, finding balance, dealing with distractions. But you know what, I have to say, like for me, when I'm working, I need some, like I can't just work in silence. Like there's some people who are like, oh, when I list, I have to have absolute silence.
Teresa says that. She needs to list in absolute silence.
That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. I can't list in silence. I can't work in silence.
And I can't work with music.
Really? Like what are you like?
Music distracts me.
Like it grabs your soul and you gotta dance.
I'm like, I gotta dance it out. I wanna sing. I can't, yeah.
You guys, have you seen that movie Footloose? You know that scene? No, not the feet. You know that the scene where what's his name is Kevin Bacon's like in that empty warehouse and he's just like angrily dancing. And then all of a sudden there's like a gymnastics bar and he starts spinning around it and like, cause you know, that's totally in every warehouse, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so it's like sometimes the need to dance just like grabs you, and apparently that's what happens if you play music while you're working.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty funny. Okay, so when you are, photos, what do you do when you're taking photos?
I usually have the TV playing in the background. So I have something on like Netflix or Hulu or whatever, something that I can watch where I don't really have to watch, something that's more of a background thing. Right.
So like what,
so I can just look up occasionally.
Are there any shows that you've recently been watching or you have recently watched? Like what do you,
I just watched the Michael Jackson documentary thing while I was taking pictures the other day. Yeah, I watched both portions of that and then the Oprah Winfrey interview that she did with the two accusers right after. So that was super interesting. I like watching like Forensic Files, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Something that's easily loopable that I don't have to like pay attention. I can't watch anything with subtitles.
Yeah, for sure. I know for me, when I'm taking pictures, I'll watch TV sometimes, but I also like listening to podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Nothing reseller related, but I listen to political podcasts, but I also listen to, there's a show called The Dollop that I really like. They take like interesting times and people and history and stories. They tell the story, but then it's really funny. You
do listen to a lot of political. And
I do listen.
Kevin
Smith, like Hollywood Babylon, Smodcast, stuff like that. I like some true crime stuff, so I think we both like true crime stuff. And like My Favorite Murder, probably some of you guys that listen to that podcast. So I like to listen to that while I'm working because it's, you know, photos are pretty mindless. What about when you're listing?
So I wish I could watch YouTube. You know, a lot of people talk about they watch us or they listen to our shows while they're listing. I can't do that. I love all my fellow resellers that have YouTube shows, and I definitely need to watch and be able to watch more of them. But the problem is that I find you all too interesting. So I'm too distracted. Yeah. I can't do YouTube because I want to look at it, and that means that I can't get anything listed because I'm constantly looking up to see what you're showing or what you're talking about. So for me, when I'm listing, I love to have, you know, YouTube or Netflix, or not YouTube, I love to have Netflix or Hulu or something. I put on TV and I watch TV because I don't need to watch everything. You know, look up occasionally if you've got to see something, but
I find like going back and like rewatching series that I've watched before helps because it's like, I don't have to like look at it or pay attention.
Like Law and Order, like there's a bazillion episodes, you can just watch that on the loop forever.
And sometimes like, I'll watch Law and Order or SVU, and sometimes like halfway into the show, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on right now. But it doesn't really matter because it's like, whatever. I watched it 10 years ago, so it's not like I need to see it again. I know like when I am listing, same thing. I can't watch any YouTube, and it's kind of a bummer because I'm like for instance, there's Round 2, the show is this show on YouTube that's all around vintage stuff, vintage streetwear and stuff like that, and I love it. I've been watching it for like 3 years now.
You like Paul Cam too?
I've been watching Round 2, the show, for like 3 years now, but I'm way behind because I cannot watch it while I'm working because I want to see the stuff that they're buying. I want to see the stuff that they're selling.
It's too distracting.
And so I just can't, and it's same thing when it comes to like other resellers who are on YouTube. Can't watch it because I'm going to stop and I'm going to want to like interact. I'm going to want to see what's up, what they're doing, what they're showing. And so I just have to watch like regular
I like my YouTube friends. I wish that I could watch all of them more, but I would never ever have anything. I'd never do anything else.
Yeah.
I can't work and watch all of my YouTube friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't.
The other thing I do is I have my little record player set up back there. I like to listen to music on my records, so and that helps too, because I'll shut everything off. Like speaking of distractions, like I'll turn off Facebook and all of like the different social media stuff, so I'm not getting any notifications, and then I'll just like listen to music. Unlike you, I am not grabbed by the spirit of the dance.
I don't know why. It's not like Riverdance.
I do not start doing tumbling acts in empty warehouses when the music grabs me.
Sometimes you just gotta tumble.
Like seriously, like that's never.
I don't know why
It's never explained in that movie why he suddenly like doesn't he? I think he actually like has chalk for his hands too. Like suddenly he's like doing like he's what is that thing called? What are those, the uneven bars or whatever? The parallel bars.
I don't know.
I don't remember what they're called. The bars that they flip around. Like all of a sudden, this high school kid who's just real into music. Who's really 30, really into music and driving around in his little VW bug listening to dance music that's like, you know, and dancing's against the law in that town. Suddenly he just has these crazy gymnastic skills and he can just like flip all around. Speaking of which, I think I want to watch some Footloose. If you could hear Footloose playing up here, would the music grab you and force you to dance?
Yes, I will be standing up and dancing in my office. I will get no listing done.
Do you ever, when you're outsourcing, do you ever listen to anything?
Nope.
That's one thing I do. If I'm by myself, if I go sourcing by myself, I do like to bring my headphones and I will listen to music or podcasts while I work.
Nope,
Cause
I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm in the moment.
She's special.
I'm in the moment.
Oh, she's in the moment.
Listening to whatever is playing on the music.
She's in the moment. Yeah, when we go together, I don't really do that. But anyway, guys, so as the show goes, you tell us, what do you do when you're working, when you're photographing, when you're listing, when you're outsourcing? Are you listening to stuff?
What do you listen to?
Is there anything that like you find helps you? As far as shows go, I'm trying to think of like what are some of the shows I've watched. I love watching Bob's Burgers and Law and Order SVU. There's like 500. I swear there's like 5 different hospital shows. I watch a million.
Right now. And I watch them all. I love all the hospital
shows.
Like
The Good Doctor,
The Resident,
New
Amsterdam.
What's the other one? Is that like somebody knocking?
I think so.
It was very loud. Anyway, yeah, so we just watched stuff. But tell us, what do you do? What do you listen to? If you listen to podcasts, what shows are you into? If you watch TV, what television shows are you into? If you watch movies, what movies are you into? Tell us.
Sound off. Tell
we want to know. You tell us. Now we're going to go answer the door because somebody was knocking like a crazy person. I don't know what that's all about.
Sounds like it might be SWAT.
We're probably going to be dead after this, so.
Nice knowing you.
Bye.
Bye.
You tell us.